family. It is I, Miranda, coming on with a what could be, should be, but I don't know if it will be because I have no notes. Brief update on where we are with our pregnancy at this point. Today I am 34 weeks and 6 days, which is a milestone because that is when my water broke with my other daughter, Camille. And I'm trying to get past this day, get to midnight, and if we get there, then I meet my goal of making it to 35 weeks. And my next milestone goal will be to get to 37 weeks because at that point, me and my husband will be all the way secure with hopefully having everything, having all the time I need to build up for my leave, and he wants to get some money together to make sure that when he goes on his paternity leave that he has enough money as well, blogs off. And so if we get to that point, then it's okay with me that we can come at any time. But until then, she stays tight, stay where she is. On my last visit, which was last Tuesday, everything is good on the doctor's visit. Baby was measuring, still ahead by like a week and a half. So by that time, I was like 34 and a half weeks. Baby was measuring 35 and a half weeks. And again, while I was there, the doctor kept saying, okay, we're going to see if we can make it to, your due date and your scheduled C-section date, which is the 21st. And she still gave me super side eye action over my chart, like, yeah, like you're going to make it, like looking at my humongous belly, like it's just out of line. I was like, I don't have diabetes. If I'm just carrying a big baby, I just have a big baby. Or I don't know if with Camille, because the last ultrasound was like a week before my water broke. The doctor, the maternity fetal doctor on my last visit with him, he did state that my fluids, my amniotic fluid was a little bit on the higher side of normal. So I don't know if between that time and the time my water broke, if it became on the other side, like it crossed as it was supposed to, being too much, and then it just broke. Because I'm trying to get her to do an ultrasound to measure the amount of amniotic fluid to see if am I measuring big because the baby is big, or if I'm measuring big because the amount of amniotic fluid is too much. Because that could be life-threatening for a fetus due to it can cause issues with the cord being entangled. It could mean that there's problems with the baby's kidneys or infection. The baby's producing too much urine, and it's causing an increase in fluid. So it can mean a number of things. So I think on our next visit, which I'm now starting the weekly visits, she's going to start. I think she's going to do the ultrasound to check on the fluid level, and also we're going to start the cervical checks. I never got a cervical check with my other daughter. I never got to that point. Whenever I would go to the maternal fetal doctor, he would do ultrasounds and he would check my cervical length with that, and it was always long and closed. And even when I went to the hospital when my water broke, they didn't want to touch me because of the other issue that we had with the placenta placement, and we had fallacious insertion, marginal insertion of the cord and everything. So they didn't want to, stick their finger up there and check me and risk, it further injuring the placenta, causing bleeding and everything. Because the point was, me being scheduled a C-section, was I was not supposed to have my water broken. And my water broke, and by God's grace, we didn't hemorrhage or anything. So that was definitely a blessing. And so I got to this point, and I'm getting conflicting stories and everything. Everybody has their own saying of if 35 weeks in one day will mean no NICU time, and some are saying 37 weeks and 1 day means no NICU time for the child. But I guess it depends on the child and how well they're doing. Because when Camille came, she was 34 weeks 6 days, and she had a little breathing problem. They had put on a CPAP for like a day or two, and they had her on oxygen, and then she was on that for like a couple of days. Then she caught jaundice. Then she just didn't want to feed off the bottle, so she was in NICU for 2 weeks. So I'm hoping that even if this baby does come early or full term, it could still go have probably the full term and maybe NICU time. So you never know. But I'm just praying for no NICU time, healthy baby, healthy delivery, no hemorrhaging, no complications. That's what I'm praying for. And if that's what I have to go through, even at the end of the day, if I can come bring my baby home eventually, I will do that. But at the end of the day, I want health, strength, and no complications. If I can get that this time around. Symptoms so far. Huge, but I'm still mobile. I still have to take care of a 2-year-old and a husband, and so I keep myself busy. I work from home, so that's not, it's not too difficult. I have to get out of bed in the morning, go somewhere, and everything, which is a blessing because I cannot fit almost any of these maternity clothes anymore. This is the biggest I've been. I didn't get that big with my daughter already, and she came early. So now I'm at the point where I'm really stretching my limits now because I didn't get to be this big before, and so my clothes are not fitting. I'm wearing my husband's clothes now, and I'm gonna have to go out this weekend and find me a couple of mooners or something to wear around this house. I'm getting a lot of skin tags. I read about pregnancy skin tags. I told my doctor about it. She said, well, by the end of it, if they're bothering you, just snip them off. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm getting them like all in this area, like under my armpits, around my armpits, around my breast, under my breast, and on top of my breast. So I'm trying to do some experimentation. So I got a little band-aid around this little one here, because most of them are flat. But when I rub my lotion on, I could feel like braille or little pieces of rice on my chest, and so it's kind of it's not uncomfortable. But I do have some on, like, TMI alert, the bottom of my butt cheeks, where it kind of cups the thigh, like right there in that area. I think I got 1 or 2 that bother me, and since that seems to be my husband's happy place, I don't want his happy place to be bothered. So I'm probably going to see about getting that one taken care of primarily. And if these ones up here grow, because they're flat, they're not really bothersome. They're not really obtrusive. I don't know if you can see, because it looks like a little mole. And I had one over here that's a red one. That one's kind of weird. I don't know if you can see that little red dot there. I'm like, a red mole. I'm like, is that cancer or something? What does that mean? I'll need to get that checked out. But they're really just annoying. I know, especially when you get older and stuff like that. Some people say it could be related to sugar levels. I don't know, but they're unsightly somewhat. So if they get to be a problem, I will get them taken care of. Next, what else? I'm working on my hospital bag. I'm trying to get everything. I got all my hygiene stuff. Now I'm just trying to get some day wear for when I'm in the hospital, like a couple of gowns. I have my garment, what do you call it? It's like a compression garment for post delivery that I had with my daughter. I still have that. It's like a girdle. I'll probably show it on my next video. But I did get that one. I don't know the name of the company that got it from, but I will have all the information on the next video. But after pregnancy last time, I think it went right back to where it was. And I'm really hoping and praying that it does so again, so that